First and foremost, before I begin, I would like to congratulate, I would like to give a round of applause to all the previous speakers and the panelists for sharing their invaluable experience and feedbacks. It's been a great learning curve right from the start since morning, and that's been fantastic. But I have some different things to talk about today, just to change that entire tone from what we've been speaking about, and just to give it a lighter mode around this particular perspective. While we've been talking about the overarching goals of omni-channels, multi-channel buying patterns, and different aspects of how do we cater to a Gen Z kind of an environment, or what are the overarching strategies that we built across. At the end of the day, no matter or what strategies do we talk about, they culminate into some kind of a process at the downstream level. So that's something which I'm going to be talking about today. That how does it go down? That the overarching goals, the strategies that are being put across from a top-down perspective, how do they culminate into a particular process? And the most key aspect at the end of the day today, if you think about it, is if you can manage that process effectively, how can you bring about efficiency on your bottom line, overall bottom lines, which is again tied back to your overarching strategies. So let's talk about a little bit more about what are our current challenges today. So while we have top-down initiatives being put across, that we got to design an omni-channel perspective, we got to design a kind of a multi-channel buying experience, we got to cater to a customer centricity, we got to address the processes we got to address the overarching goal of our revenue side of the consumer behavior. That's something which is there. But at the end of the day, what we are trying to do is trying to create a process. Now, while we create a process, there are a lot of challenges that we come across is manual process works, manual paperwork that happens. There are spreadsheets that we use. Okay, there are a lot of repetitive tasks that we come across in terms of either exchanging emails, doing follow-ups, and trying to understand what actually can be brought about, the way we try to bring about an efficiency into that process. Now, again, while we're doing this, okay, there is one key aspect over here is that it all leads to kind of a siloed environment. Okay, so while the probably a marketing campaign would be working from a siloed environment, that may provide a feedback if to a product development for an application or a feature launch, it could completely be working in a siloed environment. That leads to a major inefficiencies in achieving the overall objectives. Now, this is some of the rising storms that we've been talking about since morning. Okay, collecting a feedback from since morning is customer experience. We've been trying to solve the problems for customer experiences. We've been trying to talk about some loyalty programs that could really help about, like new product launches and store acquisitions, overarching OKRs and goals, and probably range reviews is one of the key aspects which I kind of expertise in. But yeah, this is some of the things that we've been talking about since morning, and this is a kind of a rising storm that we've been trying to address. That's the bigger elephant. But at the end of the day, while we try to do this, it all culminates into a particular process that is going to be run by the people at the downstream level. And if we can manage that, again, if we can manage that effectively, that is where our overall efficiencies are being brought about on the bottom line. What is a beacon? What is the kind of a solution that I'm trying to talk about here is, while we design processes, that's perfectly fine. Everything goes across really well. But the moment you start thinking about automating that particular process, okay, that is where the core efficiency lies in. Okay, wherein you start thinking about how do I automate my mundane task. Now, how many of you, like, I'm pretty sure about it, everybody has gone through this in their entire course of career, is doing follow-ups, okay, sending out multiple emails, okay, or sending out scheduled emails on Monday morning or probably on a Friday evening for a weekly reports or something like that, okay. So think about it, just try to think about it for a while, that how much time does it take for you to switch from one particular platform while you're working on something, let's say for example a tech stack like a Jira, while you're working on Jira, switching over to an email like Outlook or a Gmail, switching over to that, sending out an email, typing that email, sending that out as scheduled or something like that, and then again switching back to your work. So there is a context switching that happens. Okay, there is a mundane kind of a repetitive task which you are adhering to. Okay, now what if you could automate that? What if you could automate that? That's the biggest kind of the underlying aspect that we are trying to solve here. The solution is monday.com. Okay, so what is monday.com? So essentially monday.com is a blank canvas, which is a work management solution which comes with a kind of a blank canvas. Now, when I talk about a blank canvas, what I mean is it is a function agnostic, it's a process agnostic, it's a function agnostic kind of a platform wherein you have the ability to design your entire workflows, you have the ability to design your entire processes altogether, and manage that effectively in a way, the way you are running the organization. So it's more of the business driving the tool rather than the tool driving the business from a set structure standpoint. I have a small video to just showcase about this. Probably I think that will give a kind of a more broader perspective. Uh, can we play this? Yeah. Can we play this? I'm not sure why. How many of you could relate something to what you're doing on a daily basis out here? I think that's exactly what I was talking about. That if you can automate your mundane task, and so what Monday does is basically it integrates. It doesn't replace anything from your existing tech stack. What it does is it integrates to your existing tech stack, and it improves your timelines in terms of having you to switch over to that particular tool rather than continue operating from monday.com, which has a backend integration to your existing tech stack and continue with that same amount of efficiency and give you that same kind of analytics being thrown across different verticals. Another key aspect over here within Monday that we do is we always try to bring about connectedness, interconnectedness, and collaborativeness. Now, just to give you an example, is that let's say, for example, a product team is working on a particular feature or an app development or something like that. Now, the bigger question from a C-level perspective that I would rather have is why is that initiative being put across over there? Does it have a validation? If I can connect that particular initiative to my sales feedback or my marketing feedback or my so sales is always having a customer facing role, marketing is also having a more or less a customer facing role, but yeah, they do provide some kind of intelligence out there. Now if I can relate my initiative for the product development team, and if I can connect that to my feedback from the marketing, yes, I do have a validation on why that particular initiative or why that particular feature development has been taken into consideration. Second, the second point across. So just bear with me for once. I'm just navigating you through the storyline out here, but now the other aspect of it is that even if I develop this particular application, or even if I'm using this particular, or even if this feature release comes out, okay, what's going to be the ROI? Okay, how do I draw my forecast out of it? Now that again comes from the finance perspective. So now by doing this, by building an interconnectedness, cutting across through the different verticals or different functions of the organization, and having everyone work out of the same platform, I'm doing nothing, I'm building up a single source of truth. By having everyone perform out of the same platform, collaborate on the same platform altogether, and bring about that interconnectedness. So that is a kind of a USP which enables you to have, that is the biggest USP of Monday, which that brings about that entire blank canvas and being function agnostic and being process agnostic. So irrespective of the process that is being driven by the sales, irrespective of the process that is being designed by the finance, as long as everyone is there on the same platform, you end up having a single source of truth. That's the overall objective. So these are some of the verticals, these are some of the use cases that we've helped a lot of our customers from the retail background, Fartech, just to name a few, Officeworks, D-Decor, More Retail. So these are some of the key strategic accounts that we've been working with very often. So new store acquisitions, market campaign planning, range reviews, new product developments, store operations, okay, store logistics. How do you manage across these different? So we've helped these customers design these processes on monday.com, and that's been brought about a massive ROI in terms of that. So this is a kind of just to give you a very, very quick perspective on how are we going to go about this is, there are some order processing processes that we've helped our customers build. There are some inventory managements, okay? So how do you, like so I'm pretty sure about it, everyone could relate to some of the processes that I'm showing here. These are some of the very, very, very high level examples that I'm citing here, but yes, and each and every function for every single person sitting out here could be entirely different. Somebody could be managing inventory in a completely different way altogether. So that's something which is that's a timer. I'll probably switch across. That's supplier collab. You could also maintain a supplier collaboration. You could also manage your entire customer experience altogether. So I was talking to one of the customers out here. I'll just quickly cite that example. I'll not name the customer here, but I was having a discussion yesterday with them, and it so happened that it was a mere coincidence that they called out to me and they told me that we are planning to hold prices for the next year for at least 1,000 SKUs. Now that brought about, the reason why the customer reached out to us was they wanted to understand how do we manage, how do we hold the prices for the next 1 year for 1,000 SKUs, which is going to have an impact on the logistics, it's going to have an impact on the overall our reordering points, it is going to have an impact on our overall margins. How is the overarching strategy going to change? How is it going to look like? that is something that we excel in understanding the customer pain points. Again, so this is very obvious that you will be having, by doing all this, you are getting a data-driven kind of an experience which helps you make strategic decisions altogether. So this is a kind of thing, new era of efficiency and profitability that we're talking about. This is what I urge everyone to have a look at it, experience what you're missing out on, and give it a shot. Monday also has a open trial platform available for everyone, so you can explore that. You can just quickly go onto the website, sign up, and you can have that experience built across. That's something which is a very, very, very quick video before I just move out of the platform. Yeah.
Are you struggling to keep everyone on the same page so you can hit your important deadlines and goals? With Monday.com, retailers can manage everything in one place, from new product development to store rollouts, sales and customer development to HR, marketing and creative, and so much more. No matter what you're working on, now you can easily connect every team member, supplier, or vendor to make working together simple and efficient. Save valuable time and resources by letting powerful automations handle your repetitive tasks so you can increase team productivity. The future of retail is here. Improve collaboration, boost performance, and increase agility, all with Monday.com for retailers.
Thank you so very much for all. We are here for another day. We have a shop set up right outside the ballroom. Please feel free to visit at any point of time for any kind of discussions that you are. I'm open to spend as much time as needed. Yeah, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.